Hi, everybody, and welcome back to my live series, Inspire, Unite, Motivate, I.U.M. So, through this series, I aim to inspire everybody to create positive change in society, unite all of the change makers in this world, and motivate everyone of all ages to make a difference in their community. So, I'm so glad you're here. Hello, hello, how's everyone's day been going? So I'm just going to be waiting for our special guest to join. I see more people joining. I'm so excited to be back on here after internationals where I was so excited to represent North Carolina. So it's so nice to be back on here with all of you guys. I see our special guest is here. So I think you have to just request to join. So I think you have to request to join. I think we're having some technical issues. Oh, no, I see it now. It just came through.
Hi.
Hi, how's your day been?
Good. How about you?
It's been great. So, for some of the viewers that might not know, today I'm joined by the National United Miss Julia. So, I'm so excited to have you on here today. So, for some of the viewers who might not know a lot about you, do you want to just start off by telling us a little bit about yourself?
Of course. Hi, everyone. My name's Julia. I'm the National United Miss, and I'm also the founder of my social media platform, Angel. I love all things creative. I love going antique shopping. I love reading books, journaling, painting, and I love just hanging out with my friends. So I'm really just your average teenage girl, but I just like doing fun things with my friends. And I'm currently going into college, so I'll be there next week. So I'm really excited that we could squeeze this in.
Yeah, that's so awesome. So, where are you going to college?
I'm going to college at the Fashion Institute of Technology, and I'm going to be studying fashion design there. So it's really exciting. It's something I've always dreamed of. As a little girl, I watched Project Runway, so this is like a big step in the right direction for me, and it's really a dream come true.
That sounds really exciting. I haven't watched Project Runway, but I've heard a lot about it, so maybe I should add that on my list. So, what inspired you to start Angel and when did you start it?
I want to say that what when it started was about 2 years ago. And what inspired me was really my own journey of just battling through self doubt. I know a lot of people go through those emotions and those feelings, but what was really hard for me was the fact that I had dreams and I had aspirations, but I couldn't go after them because of the things that I was letting myself say in my head, like, oh, you're going to fail, or you're not good enough for this, or it's not going to happen, and you can't just dream for something and then believe that you can do it, which obviously those are lies. And that's why I created Angel, so that people can know that you can lead, dream, and achieve. And just because something that you want to do is big and it's this huge goal, it doesn't mean that it's impossible, because everything is possible as long as you believe in yourself and you have the courage and faith to go forward.
Yeah, I think that believing in yourself is really important. So I love that you're helping to spread that. And it can be so easy to doubt yourself, especially as you start to get a little older and things start to become a little bit more practical for you. It can start to feel really easy to just be like, oh my God, this isn't possible. But it's important to realize that anything is possible as long as you work hard and keep that positive mindset. So what message do you want to promote with Angel other than like everything is possible and having a positive mindset?
I really want everyone to know, like I said in previous lives on Angel, that you can lead, dream, and achieve. It
Mhm.
doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter the things that you've faced in life or what you've struggled with. You can truly go out into your community and make a difference. I think as a younger teen, that's really something that I didn't notice I could do because I had looked up to people in my life and I just saw how confident they were, and I didn't have that confidence. But once I realized through pageantry international and miss that I could truly go after my dreams, that's when I knew that I wanted to use what I had a passion for to make sure that others knew that they had that same capability in their own lives.
Pageantry can be so helpful in just equipping you with the skills to make your dreams a reality, and not just to make your dreams a reality, but helping other people like you've been able to do with Angel and really motivating them and doing things that you're passionate about. So I know that pageantry has made a really positive impact in my life, and I'm very grateful for it. And I love that it's been able to help you too. So can you tell me a little bit more about the workshops that you host?
Yes, of course. So the workshops recently started this spring, and I've had four so far. I've had two in person and two virtually, and they've gone really amazing. What I do with these workshops is I help you better understand how you can become a heroic leader in your life. And heroic is the I.U.M acronym. So what I do as a national title holder is make sure that once you leave the leadership workshops, you go into your community knowing that you can be heroic and make a difference in others' lives and give back to your community because of how much they have invested into your own life and your journey.
Heroic really stood out to me when I started International United Miss because I just think that it's so important to be heroic in your day-to-day life, not just like within pageantry when you go into pageant land, but it's important to really incorporate it into your life on a daily basis, like showing integrity, being
Mm-hmm.
passionate to everybody. That's something that you can really show on a daily basis without having to even do pageants. So I love that. So, why do you think that taking on leadership roles from a young age is important?
It's really important because it truly shows you that you can achieve anything. Like I've said, it's a very big theme in Angel, but leadership is what allows you to know that you are capable, but show others that they are as well. And I truly believe that if you are a leader that leads with your heart and leads with love and compassion, then you can show others how they can change the world. And we all want the world to be a better place for all of us, and leaders are the people that I believe can do that. So if you have something that you're passionate about and you want to see a difference in the world, then leadership is the place that you can step into. So whether you're young or you're older, it doesn't matter because we all have a story, we all have the journeys that we go through, and we all have passions that we want to put into play. And that's why it's really important to me.
Yeah, I remember one of the first times when I stepped into a leadership role was it was in fourth grade, and I saw a poster in my school, and it was for the anti-bullying club. And being a fourth grader, I wasn't involved in pageantry at the time. I was still in elementary school, but I was like, it might be a fun pastime. It might be something fun to involve myself with. So I remember going to the ABC club, and it was just so amazing because I saw that I was not only able to learn things myself or work collaboratively with my group, but I was able to be a leader, really step up and make an impact, a positive impact in my school. So leadership can be so important. And I know since then, being a leader has taught me so many things, and it's really just equipped me with a lot of skills going forward into the higher grades. So moving into my next question, what do you think leadership can teach people?
Leadership can teach you really anything that you want it to because you can be whatever type of leader that you want to be. You can be the leader that is serving others, or you can be the motivational speaker in front of a group of 1,000 people. It really can take you wherever you want to go in life. For me, it's just truly shown me growth and how I can become the person that I want to be. It's helped me gain confidence and it's helped me gain public speaking skills because that used to be something that absolutely terrified me because it was something that I had never really done before. And then when someone asked me to go do a presentation in school, it was the scariest thing. Like I felt like I was going to faint. So being able to learn how to become a leader and grow from where I was really just amazing, and it helped me realize that I can also do the same for others. So taking your leadership role and making it into what is going to help you the most is really an amazing thing.
It's incredible how much confidence being a leader can really instill in you, because I know that just stepping up into the leadership position, it takes a lot of confidence to take on that role, because it can seem very glamorous from the outside. It can seem like, oh, this seems like so much fun, but on in the inside it's so hard, because not only do you have to be a leader and motivate your peers, you have to motivate everybody around you, and it can just instill so much confidence. Because I know, going back to the anti-bullying club example I was giving, I know that we put together a play that year, and it was shown to all the students, and it was so nerve-wracking because I was tasked with writing the whole thing. And it can be so easy to doubt yourself, going back to the very beginning, to think,
Mm-hmm.
oh, people are not going to like this. People, this is wrong. This is no. But it ended up being such a great experience, and a lot of people liked it. So it's important to believe in yourself, and it can really teach you a lot of things. So again, that's moving in to my next question. What do you think are the benefits of instilling leadership skills in kids from a young age, other than the fact that you gain a lot of confidence in yourself?
Instilling in young kids and even children, it also shows them how to overcome social anxiety. I know that so many people deal with the fact of being able to use your own voice in a social setting, or being able to stand tall and embrace who you are, and know that being yourself and uniquely you in a group of other individuals is okay, and that's a beautiful thing. So even as a young adult, it really has also helped me to step into myself and who I am. So for younger children, it also shows them that it doesn't matter that they are different, or there's something unique about them, or that they have different aspirations. They can truly be themselves, and they don't have to have that anxiety of feeling like they're different or there's something wrong with them, because there's nothing wrong with them. It just means that they're being themselves and who they were created to be. So really just overall emphasizing the fact that social anxiety doesn't have to exist, because you can be yourself. And I know that it goes deeper than that, but really that's something that I feel like younger kids can learn from.
Yeah, going back to what I was saying before, like it can be so easy to, as you get older, to try to like fit in or be someone who you're not. And it can be easy to feel
Mm-hmm.
fall into the trap of the comparison game, always comparing yourself with other people, thinking that you have to be this way, but you were created a certain way and you don't need to change yourself for anybody. And it's such a valuable skill to learn, especially as you're getting older, and seeing all these people achieve great things around you can really make you feel really pressurized. But everyone's walking their own path. Who knows how long they worked for that? So it's really important to just believe in yourself and rather try to stand out than fit in, because standing out is always going to be more positive for you.
Mm-hmm.
So, what are some ways that youth can become leaders and role models in their communities?
Really taking advantage of what's around you. It doesn't matter how big or small a leadership position is, because it makes a difference. So whether that's being your class president, or whether that's just standing up in front of a group of people and speaking, that's stepping into leadership and learning how to be a public speaker. Or if you want to create a club at school, or if you want to create a community outreach, organize a walk, or you want to organize a town cleanup, anything that you can step into to grow into who you want to become can make a huge difference in your life. So never underestimate something. Always take it as an opportunity to grow and help others grow.
A lot of these things can seem really overwhelming. It can be seem like, oh, I can't do this, going back to self-doubt. But I know at my own school, there's a girl, and there's no debate club at our school, but it was a very popular subject. And she decided to step up, and she decided to create that club. And it was a huge hit. So many people were coming in, so many people, she even did a mock trial, and it just grew so much. So it's important to just take that risk. Taking risks can really pay off. And it's important to take risks in life, because they can really grow, and you can learn things as a person. You can help motivate others, and it can be very rewarding and very fulfilling. So, how do you think that positive affirmations affect our mindset for the better?
I love positive affirmations because they do, like you're saying, motivate us and uplift us. And I think that really what helps is that you're hearing your own voice, because someone can tell you that you are capable, but it really makes a difference when you hear yourself telling yourself that you are capable and you can achieve your dreams, because it's this constant cycle. It's almost like practice. When you practice and practice and practice, you get better. And when you're constantly saying something to yourself, you start to realize that it isn't such a big thing, and it really is something that's within reach. And something as simple as saying, like, I've got this, or in your head saying, I can do this, or taking a deep breath and like singing your favorite song, something that's going to encourage you and pump you up and motivate you, is really going to make a difference, because you have to get yourself into that mindset. And I know that things can flood in, like self-doubt, like we were saying, but being able to know that you are capable of pushing that aside and working through that is really empowering.
I totally agree. And I really learned the power of positive affirmations in the fifth grade. It seems kind of late, but that's really when it hit me, because our teacher had a thing called Keep the Quote. And she would pick a quote for 2 weeks. So over the span of 2 weeks, that would be the quote. And she would look for the person who really embodied that quote and showed that spirit. And at first, I was kind of confused. I'm like, how can somebody embody a quote? But as it kept going on and on and on and on, I started to really see that it really motivated people, and it really brought on this really positive community and this really positive change. And it just was such a healthy atmosphere. And then one of the last few weeks, she chose the quote, "Dreams don't work unless you do." And that quote really stuck with me till this day. And I'm going into eighth grade, and that was fifth grade.
Yeah.
And it was that I really realized that quotes have a really good power, because they can really shape our mindset going into new things. Whenever I try new things, that's something I think about, and they can really stick with you and help you to motivate others. And it can really help you to find that community like you're being able to do with Angel. So what tips would you give to people to continue to have a positive mindset?
Make sure that you're surrounding yourself with individuals that are also positive. And
Mhm.
if there's somebody around you who has a negative mindset, remember that you can also be the person that changes that. You can be the person that is being positive in a situation and give them that optimistic outlook on whatever it is they're going through. So
Mhm.
that brings us back to heroic, because when the O in heroic is optimism. So making sure that being in a positive environment, and then unfortunately if you're not, then making sure that you're being that optimistic person and making sure that you're switching around what's going on. So if someone's saying, I can't do this, or we can't do this, you're saying, yes, we can. It may take time, but we can get there. So really using your voice and the power that your words have to change a situation and help bring others' mindsets to a more positive place.
It's really easy to judge people when they're not being optimistic, or they're being a little pessimistic with a negative mindset, but it's important to think about that everybody is going through something.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of being that person who's like, I don't surround myself with negative people, you can be that person who steps up and is like, I know you're feeling negative right now, but here's something that might cheer you up. And remember that you can always do whatever you set your mind to, because if we're all able to do that and really step up in our communities, I feel like we can have such a healthy and a happy atmosphere, and it can just be a more supportive and uplifting community. So I think it's really important that instead of saying don't surround yourself with negative people, you should say that always remember that you can stay positive and help others to stay positive as well. And I think that's really where the C in heroic comes in, being
Yeah.
compassionate and really thinking about everybody around you. So what is your favorite memory when you were working with Angel?
It would have to be my first ever live that I did, or I should say my first ever Angel support video. Sorry, I always get those confused because I'm looking at my phone, but it's pre-recorded. So my first ever Angel support video, it had been right after I was crowned the I.U.M North New York Teen for 2020. And it was this really big step for me. So I remember sitting in my room and getting my phone up and getting ready to record this video, because this was going to be what launched my platform and what really was going to get it going. So it was very exciting for me, although it was something that was like in my room and very closed off from the world. Once I published that video, I knew that's what I wanted to continue doing it for the next coming years. So taking that first step, although it was small, I knew it was going to grow into something bigger. And I think it's just a testimony of really starting off small and knowing that you can grow bigger. And just because something seems like a small act, it can become something truly amazing.
Yeah, I completely agree with that because I remember when I was crowned the North Carolina preteen, one of the first service projects we had, which you probably remember, is donating all those personal care items that the contestants donate. And it seems like a really small thing, but wearing that sash and taking those pictures and going and doing it for the first time as the North Carolina preteen meant so much to me. And it just felt
Mm-hmm.
so rewarding and so fulfilling. Like, I really am the North Carolina preteen. I'm helping others with this title. And since it was my first state title, it was even more amazing and it was just so awesome. So I completely see what you are talking about. So why do you think that community service is important?
So I've always thought that community service is our way of almost saying thank you to our community, because whether it's through your teacher or your parents or someone that you look up to in your community, all the people in your community, whether you realize it or not, are helping you grow into who you are becoming. And that's the reason it's so important to be a person and a leader that is giving back to our community and doing community service, because we are going to help others grow and our community grow so that we can help those that are unfortunately in a circumstance where they may need assistance. But the great thing about that is that we can help them become a person that feels stable in their life and feel that they are supported by their community because of community service.
Community service really is really rewarding too and really fulfilling because like you said, it's like you're helping the community that helps you on a daily basis
Mm-hmm.
towards you. Because I know, for an example, like in 2020 when the pandemic was going on, that was when I was really introduced to the concept of community service, and I didn't really know a lot about it, but I'm really grateful to pageantry that it really brought community service into my life. But I really remember that, and one of the projects that I did with my mom was that we made hygiene kits for people who are struggling and in need. And I remember after making them, after making these positive motivational quotes with positive affirmations, like we talked about, it was just so rewarding because I knew that I was really helping the community that helped me. So
Yes.
are there any ways that viewers, people who are watching, can get involved with your platform or help you out in any ways?
Yes. So at Angel, I'm always working to feature leaders. So if you'd like to be featured, you can always direct message me, and I'd love to feature you so that others can be inspired by your story. And I also have leadership workshops that you can attend. And I have angel support videos that you can join me on, and I can interview you, or you can pre-record yourself. So if you have a story that you would like to share, or you have motivational and encouraging words that you want others to hear, then please direct message me and I would love to get in contact with you.
I love that. And I love that you're not only sharing your own story, but you're sharing the stories of people around you, because I know that it can be so easy to, again, going back to doubt yourself. But when you see other people doing great things, especially people who are around your age or just a little bit older than you, it can really feel very motivating and very inspiring.
Yes.
I love that you're able to do that. So, are there any other causes that are important to you or hold a special place in your heart?
So I recently featured the organization Worth More Nation on my page. They were very near and dear to my heart because they were actually the organization that got me into pageantry and helped me find International United Miss. And I am very close friends with the founder and assistant director of the organization. So what Worth More Nation is able to do is they're able to empower people impacted by foster care and trauma. And they do that through fashion shows and getting the girls and women all dressed up into clothing that makes them feel empowered. And they have workshops, and then they have outreaches that are able to communicate with those individuals and empower them to be capable and know that they are capable. So it's very similar to what I do, but it's through a different organization. So it's very special to me, and I absolutely love them. So if you want to go check them out, it's at Worth More Nation.
That's incredible. I love that you're able to involve yourself with other causes too, because I know with pageantry, picking a platform, actually starting the platform and being involved with it, it can be really easy. And I talked about this in a couple other lives to feel very limited to a certain topic or whatever you're doing. Because
Mhm.
if you pick, for example, like you were talking about foster care, you can feel like the only thing I can do now is work with foster care, but that's not true. Being in pageantry connects you with so many incredible individuals, and when you're able to help them or support them or be a part of their mission, it's equally as fulfilling as when you're doing stuff with your own platform or your own mission. So how has becoming a national title holder for IUM really helped you to start to make your impact larger?
I'm truly so blessed to have this title, and the reason that I wanted to even pursue the national title was to grow my outreach and grow my spread so that I could internationally impact those around me so that they can achieve their dreams and they can change the world. Because I truly believe that leaders are the people that can change the world. And since we all can become leaders, then we all have the power within us to change the world. So I've been really working towards getting my leadership workshops out into the community. So I've had two since I've been crowned, and I plan to have many, many more. And I have something very special coming in the winter, but it is a surprise. It's been something that I've working on for the past year. But if you
Oh,
want to, make sure that you're following Angel Through Kindness and at National United Miss. But there is something in the works, and it is related to Angel, and it is something that everyone can be a part of. So I'm very excited for that with my national title.
so if you're watching the live replay of this, I will have it linked down in the description. And if you're watching the live right now, just be sure to check out the live replay on my page because that sounds really exciting. And it's always awesome when you can have people in the pageant community support you in what you're doing because it's awesome to build that community. And pageantry really gives you that community. So while people in school might be busy or you might not be in contact with them, you know that you always have your pageant sisters to rely on. So my
Totally.
question for today is how has IUM really been able to support you in your community efforts? Because you mentioned that you were a state title holder in 2020 or 2021, and now you're a national title holder. So how have they really been able to support you over the years?
Having the organization behind me and backing me up when I would go and reach out into my community and being able to email someone or text an organization and say, I am yours, starting off as I am your International United Miss North New York Teen, and now being able to say, I'm your National United Miss, and I am a representative of the International United Miss organization. And when somebody hears that, they immediately want to know more. And when they're able to go look and learn more about International United Miss, they see that we're truly leaders trying to make a difference in our communities. And then they want to invite us in to their organizations so that we can assist them and help them in achieving their missions. So it's truly given me the ability to connect with those organizations that I might not have been able to before because some organizations really want to understand what you are passionate about and what you are working towards, and being able to have International United Miss be there for me as I represent them has given me many, many opportunities that have helped me grow, but also been able to give me the opportunity to help that organization grow.
I can relate with that so much because I know after being crowned just a North Carolina preteen, people were really interested. They perked up, like you said, when they heard about it. And I got so many amazing opportunities. Like in my area, they have the Children's Day Festival of Cary, where we talk about the mosaic of cultures in our area and everything. And I was able to be a co-MC for them with this title because when I reached out to them, they were immediately interested and I was able to get
Mm-hmm.
that opportunity. So the opportunities that having a title, especially with I.U.M, is those opportunities are so amazing. And I'm really blessed to have this organization in my life. And I know that even after I give up my crown, they're going to be there for me. And
Yeah.
that's just amazing to know and hold that in my heart. So thank you so, so much for joining me on the live today. It was such an honor being able to talk with you. So I'm so happy you were on here today.
Thank you for having me, and thank you for letting me share a little bit more myself and about Angel. It's very special to me. This is my first live as a National Night Miss, so it's very special to me, and I'm so thankful to be here.
I'm so thankful to have you here, and I'm so happy that I was able to have you on here for your first live, the National United Miss. That makes me feel really special. So I hope you have a great rest of your day.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
So everyone else, be sure to stay tuned on my page because I will be announcing very soon who I'm going to have on here next. Bye, and have a wonderful and blessed day.